Welcome to Three Shades Dope.
What's going on, family?
Check, 1, 2.
Cousin Court?
Yes.
How was your weekend? Okay, I'm glad y'all had a great weekend. We're gonna tell you about ours. What's up with you, Quick? What you do this weekend? Listen, you guys are not used to looking at us visually. You usually hear us, right? But Quick usually has like a full, like a beard. He has a full beard. It wasn't even a struggle beard. Like it was like fully like a full beard.
Thank you for that.
And then now he has a goatee and it's really freaking me out. So
why does it freak you out? Why does it freak anybody out?
I'm so used to seeing you with hair on your face.
I know. I've had hair on my face for like the past 2 years.
It would freak you out.
And like it's really been like all over the place.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and just chop it off and then bring it back for the winter. So it'll be here before no time. You see this already?
Do you sleep good? I know when I do the big chop, I be feeling real, like I be sleeping good because I ain't got all
I be
this.
sliding all over the pillow now. Face be
Slide, get into your pores now. So how was your weekend? What'd you do?
It was real chill. I got to prepare for this week, actually.
Why?
It's back to school night.
Oh, yeah.
So
y'all are super late.
Yeah, they super late this year. But it's back to school night this week for the 3 little ones. So see how that goes.
Yep. That's good.
I already went to those.
Yep.
Well,
I didn't go to mine.
Well, no, I didn't go. My wife went. Me and mine, the kids usually don't go. So I stayed home with the kids and my wife went. That's all.
Oh, okay. I didn't get a chance to go to mine. I couldn't make it, but they're doing good, I hope.
You hope?
I hope.
Yeah. Technology is crazy this time around for the kids that are in school because like they update you immediately on everything, whether it's what they bring in as homework or what they do as far as tests goes. Like everything is immediate.
It's
crazy.
My school district doesn't have that capability yet. No,
like where you can like text or like instant message the fucking teacher.
Class Dobo, like I have to log in for I think Kindle, but yeah, they don't keep me as up to date as I would like, and they don't even respond to my emails. So we gotta work on that.
You might want to talk about that.
You gotta work. Yeah, I heard about that app. My wife told me about that the other day. I haven't downloaded that, but I am.
What's up with you? How was your weekend? What you do?
Just working. Ain't nothing much really.
Overtime?
Always.
That's good, though.
I work so much, man. It don't make no sense, but, I got to do it. I got to get this paper.
Yeah, I wish I had that opportunity to make that overtime money. Shit. I would. I really would like to just work from home and stop wasting all this gas driving into work because I could do everything from home. I work from home sometimes anyway.
How far is your job from?
It's like 20, and like with traffic, I would say about 30 minutes. And
it's nowhere close to like a SEPTA line or rail line?
Nope. And that's expensive too, traveling that way as well. Mm-hmm. Well, this weekend, what did I do? Nothing. I love weekends when I don't do nothing. It's like my favorite thing to do. Nothing.
No, you did something.
But Sunday, guys, I cooked. Well,
Saturday.
I made crabs.
Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, Saturday.
You know how to make crabs?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
I made crabs. I got some steak. I didn't make that, but I brought some steak in. I made some crab cakes, and it was a really nice dinner because my aunt came in from Florida. So it was her man, and then my sister, and they came over. And so we played, we had a great dinner, and then we played Uno.
Classic.
Now, I don't know. I hope that we have some listeners from Trenton and hopefully somebody that went to Junior 3 because I think they're going to be the only ones that understand this rule. Uno. Right? Listen,
Great game.
It's an awesome game if you know how to play it.
Sacred game.
The regular way of playing Uno is not fun. You might as well pick up a deck of cards and play Go Fish.
This is true.
Which I just recently... How do you say Go Fish?
Goldfish.
Goldfish?
Goldfish.
Fish.
Not goldfish.
Goldfish.
I called it
G-O.
goldfish. I just found out it was goldfish. Okay.
Why would it be called goldfish?
I was brought up on goldfish.
They tell you to go fish, nigga.
Goldfish. Yeah, but that's what I said. Go fish.
We
called it goldfish.
Golden raindrop.
So anyway, you might as well pick up a deck of cards and play Go Fish.
Uno, by the way.
You have cancellations, you have topsies, you have bringbacks, and you had, that's about it.
But hold on.
Cancellations, topsies, and bring back.
But hold on, I have one question. Was that established before the first card was drawn?
What you mean?
I thought everybody knew
All
about
those
this
rules
rule.
need to be established before you play the game.
I thought everybody knew about this rule.
Nah.
You're playing people from another region?
Yes, Florida, obviously.
That's
Well, my
That's
aunt,
why.
she used to live here. Like, people from Trenton should know the correct way of playing Uno.
Nah.
And that's using cancellations and topsies. So basically,
For me, I'm a traditionalist.
No,
like, I stay
but
close to the
traditional
rule
is
bit,
boring.
but also my family has added 2 other rules.
okay,
where-
so what are your 2 rules?
Now, the 2 rules that we've added are the 0. Now, when you place a 0, everybody has to transfer their hand to the next party on wherever the hand is currently going. So it's to your left or to your right. Once that person puts that 0 down, everybody has to transfer their hand to the next party. So it makes the game even crazy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
we had that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Saturday.
So that's a
Last
0.
night, bitch, I would have been mad as fuck because my aunt lost all 8 rounds that we played. All 8 rounds.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
could not catch a win.
Now, the other rule is the 7. So you put the 7 down. Anybody has a 7 down. This is totally your choice if you want to do this. But you put the 7 down, and you have the option of trading hands with anybody else that's playing. So if somebody's close to a Uno and you got like 15 cards in your hand, you put that 7 down, boom. Uno, I got Uno now. You
How
got
about
15
if you
cards.
put 3 7s down?
But see, I don't play that way. We don't play that way. I hate topsies because I hate that shit where you just standing up and you just like 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
4.
that's like,
the
bitch.
worst.
If I stand
Or when
up,
you got like 4 draw 2s in your hand, you throw them all out at one time. Nah,
Yep.
that's the worst. Nah.
but then you can cancel it.
What do you mean by cancellation? Because
Okay.
I saw the video you posted last night.
Okay. And
Please
if
explain.
anybody, it's at Jovee1982 on Instagram if you don't want to see the video, but I'm cussing really loud because I am very competitive and I do not fucking play when it comes to Uno.
So please
when you
explain.
come, if you bring your Uno game, like, just bring your game. But anyway. So what happens
No.
is...
Would they bring your game?
Well, no, my game is fun anyway. I'm just going to add your 2 rules to it and make it even
Please
more
do.
ignorant.
It's definitely fun. It's definitely fun.
All right. So what happens is if you have a red skip, right, and a red reverse, a red 7, a green 7, and a yellow 7, all of that can go out at the same time, providing that the card matches the color. So if there's a red skip out, I'll throw my red reverse. I'll throw my yellow skip. I'll throw my yellow 7, my green 7, and my red 7 out. And it's
Okay.
cancellation.
It's
a cancellation.
I can't
and
get down with that.
topsies. I just gave you cancellation and
Yeah,
topsies.
I can't play
I see
that
what you
way.
mean. I played like that before.
Thank you, Jarrell.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Now
coming
that
in.
I hear how she explained, I didn't see the video, but now that she explains it,
Yeah,
I know
it's-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the
Thank
child.
That's
It's
how
like
you're supposed to play.
no,
you,
it's not.
Jarrell.
You do
That's how
not
I've been-
play
that's-
Uno
you.
that way.
That's
Yes,
how
you
we've
can.
been
That
playing,
is
though.
a
Not-
Yes, you
childhood
can.
way of playing
Oh,
the game.
you're a loser.
No,
You're
it's
a
not.
loser. You couldn't play
I'm
with us.
gonna tell you why that's a
couldn't play with
childhood
us.
way of the game. They used to play that way because recess was only 30 minutes. So your ass had to hurry up and play a card game. So your ass throw topsies down. Oh, I got to skip. I got to reverse, or this and that. And they all the same color. Boom, 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 boom.
It's still the best
That's
way to play.
whack.
No, your way is
You
whack.
get no enjoyment out of that.
You get no enjoyment out of playing goldfish with Uno.
Who the hell's doing that?
You.
I
But you don't
never
play
played
topsies
goldfish.
and cancellations or bringbacks. You ever play bringbacks when you Uno
Bringbacks?
out? When you Uno out and you got to draw for it and you bring that,
That
bitch
is-
back in the game?
You know how whack that is? You know how whack that is?
I fought one time over Uno cards. This is how
I believe
competitive
it.
I am.
I
No,
believe it.
my first fight in Junior 3, I fought over Uno cards.
I believe it.
It was me and this girl. I told her she was out. She said, no, I'm not out. I said, you out. She said, no, I'm not. So I tried to snatch the cards from her and she hit me. So we started banging right then and there. I got
Wow.
suspended and everything.
Yeah.
I don't
I believe
fucking
it.
play
Here's the thing. You know what's
when it
crazy?
comes to Uno.
When we be talking about sports, right? We be talking about sports and we be arguing. Jovee act like we crazy, right?
Yeah.
And she be act like we crazy when we argue about music.
Yeah. Now you
But
see
she
it.
trying to snatch somebody's wig
About Uno.
Uno.
Listen,
You gonna give me my crown.
Like your voice got deep and everything.
yeah, I don't play.
That's a little weird.
No.
So you can't see why we're competitive about that stuff when you're
I just
competitive
don't
about
understand that game. I don't understand. I tried to get into football and I just cannot wrap my brain around it. I just can't. Like, I tried to, but it's boring. It's like watching golf.
No, sir.
Oh my
no,
God!
yeah,
Now you're disrespectful. Now I'm about to snatch your wig.
And I think that any girl that enjoys football got into it because they like the guy.
I can believe that.
They like the guy,
I can believe
and
that.
then they genuinely maybe started to like
I
the
can believe that.
sport.
I do not agree with that. I know a few women
A
that
plethora. He was about to say a plethora.
really, really like football just because they like football,
But how did they get into it?
not because of a dude.
How did they get it? Because of maybe family, maybe?
Maybe they dad,
Yeah.
or something like that. Maybe their brother played it. Like women watch football.
I mean,
I know a
yeah.
lot of women that
I
started
just
to
don't.
enjoy the sport once they had a child. Like
Matter of
once
fact-
they had a son or something like that. They
I
started.
know some girls that played it.
Yeah,
Where's like
Jovee, you
I
probably
will
was
play
good
it.
at it.
Yo,
I will
hold on.
fucking
You probably
play
be good at
it.
it.
But flag football, I will fucking play it.
Yeah.
I will play. I
You
will
like you
play.
got a
I'm
mean
talking
stiff
about
arm.
tackle, yo.
Yeah, I do.
It was a girl.
Hut 42, Hut 40. Am I saying it right? 43.
It was a girl, right? I'm not gonna say what. I forgot what team she played for, but it was in high school, and I had to play against her.
She bust your
Did
ass?
she win?
Man, please.
See?
No.
Yeah. Did you tackle her too?
No. I had, but she had to tackle me. She rubbed right off me. So like, no, that's on her to play. She tried to tackle me and it didn't work. But she at least had the heart to do it.
I think I could tackle
So
you.
she got kudos
I
just for
could tackle
trying to
you.
hit me. You got to think about when I was in high school, I was still 6'4", 265 pounds.
Yeah, I
she
could
tried
do
to
that.
hit me on the side and she just fell. But she at least had the heart to do it. So everybody,
I had the heart to do it.
everybody was cheering and stuff. Like, at least she tried to hit me. It was some dudes that didn't want to hit me. She just came up and tried to smack me. It didn't work. But kudos to her. I give her that.
I would play a
That's
game.
I give her respect for that.
I would
Why
play-
is you laughing?
I would play a game because he pictured her like smacking
Hey, yo,
up a
Courtney,
window
nah,
glass and
nah,
just
nah,
flying off of him ever
Because
so
I'm just
softly.
thinking, like, me in high
I
school,
wouldn't-
I would have been
That's
such
how
a
I
whole
was.
bag. I would have been like, oh, get me, baby, get me, baby.
I failed.
Like a damsel in
You got
distress.
your hand on my cup.
You almost made me fumble, little girl.
Yeah, so I mean, like she
shot
didn't
the
get
ball
knocked
'cause
out
of
or
you.
anything, but she got up and kept playing.
I
That's
be
what's
seeing
up.
girls that try to go up against guys in sports and it just never ends well.
It never ends well.
It never, like, I done seen so many ankles get broke when they try to do the basketball thing. Like, I'm not doing that. I got two moves when it comes to basketball. I could dribble underneath my leg and I can bounce the ball, turn around, and go back to bouncing the ball.
Yo, I ain't
That's
go
the
front.
fuck. That's the fuck it.
I crossed my ex up one time.
Serious?
bullshit.
While she was playing for your heart.
Yo, and guess what? She ain't in my life right now. And her ankles got broken. I messed around and crossed it over to the right and snatched it back. She said, oh. And like fell a little bit.
Yeah, that
I was
would have
like,
turned
yeah,
me on a little
it was
bit. Like, he's so good at sports. He's so good at it.
Yo, ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing funnier than when somebody girl be at the court.
The court,
right?
yo,
when they be
son.
trying to go hard
Son.
and they sorry.
See, this is
and they-
sometimes,
yo.
you know what? I wish I could be a nigga
Son.
for one day.
It's
Yo,
the worst.
It was one dude.
The
It happened all the
worst.
time because I used to live right across the street from a park, Moody Park.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right across the street. Like I could get to the park in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I already know where you're at.
So every time we used to go, like some dudes, girls
Yep.
would go in there. So they be trying real hard, getting their shot thrown to the gate. Like, I don't care if you're a girl here, nigga. Like, you just
Get
go-
your fucking
that
boy
shit-
out of
That should
here.
be funny as hell,
Yo,
man. They would go extra hard with the
hilarious.
girl on the sideline.
Because guys
think
try to
they
be
AI
so
out there,
cool. It's something that I wouldn't pick up.
But if you sorry, you still gonna be sorry.
But it's so hilarious because it'd be like mad different people that's out there playing. And then you got him, you got a chick out there just, go ahead, baby, do that. And it's like, yo, this is a regular ass game. Like, we about to end this game when it hit 12. Like, come on, chill out.
Stop.
It be the
You want to bring
same-
your Allen Iverson today, bitch.
It be the same nigga. He got all the accessories. Like he got the sleeve on.
Oh, he got the headband, the
Yeah, he
sweat
got the headband. He got powder and shit. Then he come through the court.
He rubbing the hands on the back of his sneakers.
Like,
Always,
Hold
you
on,
can
hold on.
always
You can
tell
always-
the bum on the court.
You can always tell because, like, he'll be bland and, like, you're playing at Moody Park. This is smack in the middle, right out on the outskirts of Trent, New Jersey.
Yep.
Not like a big ass
It's
park
Ewing. It's
or
Ewing.
everybody. You know what I mean? It's 30 people out there. That's it. You know what I mean? So it ain't no big thing. This nigga had Air Jordan 33s on with the sleeve and shit like that, like goggles. Like, chill out, brother.
His
Like,
jersey.
yeah, his jersey with his name on his back.
He brought his high school jersey too. and shit. Oh no. This,
Or you
But
can
I will
tell-
say,
or
but I will-
speaking of jersey, or you can tell the real bum, like they play varsity, right? But they sorry, but they still got the jacket. So they wear that jacket like they be in the grocery store with that jacket.
yo, I used to
I
think
got my
that jacket
varsity-
was so cute though. The
Yo,
varsity jacket.
I
I
gotta-
always wanted to wear one.
Yo,
You know
I
you
got
can
my-
buy one
I
right
got
now,
my-
right? For your
yeah.
school. You don't even need to be.
No, but I wanted to wear my
certified.
boyfriend's. I never had a boyfriend in high school.
I got my varsity letter like when I was a sophomore and never got a jacket.
Wow.
I never wanted it.
Because you were too cool.
Maybe. But yeah, that wasn't my thing, yo. I already knew I was good. Everybody knew I played football anyway. I didn't need that jacket.
That jacket was dope, though. It's dope to have.
But a lot of bums rock that jacket was sorry. That
And you
shit
know
was
what's crazy?
hilarious.
Because
But you would have never known as a girl in high school. As a girl in high school, you remember Ava Rex's when they was out?
oh yeah,
You
yeah.
had
I'd
an
rather
Ava
would've had-
Rex.
Yeah.
You had a varsity jacket.
I was too
You had the
broke for that.
lug boots.
I was
It
too-
was just like you was that nigga.
Hold on, lugs. See,
Lugs.
I'm from New York. I've never owned a pair of lugs in my
Lugs.
life.
Lugs was the shit. Am I wrong?
I own
Some South Pole jeans.
Some South Pole.
I've
dudes,
never
Tommy-
worn a pair of lugs.
Me either.
It was Mountain Gears. Mountain Gears. What was that?
Timbs. I had
Vortexes, Gores,
Timbs.
I had
Timberlands.
Yeah.
Man, Tim's was the shit, and it still is sexy. to see a
ACGs.
nigga
About to
with
get
some
me.
Timbs
I
on.
got to get me a new pair for the winter.
They scuff up easy, but damn, it's nothing like seeing a pair of Timbs on a man's feet.
How you like them? How you like them tied? You like them fully strapped?
I don't
up?
care how you do it, but you
The
gotta
tongue-
have it
The tongue
swag.
dipped over.
Oh, no.
If you fully scrap it up your Timbs, you are the corniest nigga alive.
Yeah.
Nah.
The tight
matter of fact, I
tie.
don't think I've ever seen a pair of Timbs laced up all the way to the top unless it was like the military had them on. Like you got to be a sergeant.
You could be a 10 hut.
Yeah, you got to be a 10 hut ass nigga.
Damn. Nah.
You gotta have that 1X.
And you can't wear low top Timbs. Like, no.
Low top Timbs.
Yeah, the low top Timbs.
Single sole, one
Single-
sole.
like,
them the
no,
girl,
you
them the girl
can't.
Timbs, the single sole.
Even with girls, like, that's not even
Yeah,
cute.
it's not even a nice
You might
looking
as
boot.
well wear the Wolverines if you're gonna wear the low top Timbs. You know the Wolverine
Red
Timbs
Devils.
with the paw print instead of the tree,
When I was-
and they got the nails on it and shit.
Yo, when I was little, right? Some dude, we cracked on this nigga so hard. His mom bought him Timbs, right? But you could tell it was the cheap, like they had Timbs on it. No, not
The tree.
Timberlands. No, it had apostrophe S, my nigga. Like them shits belonged to Tim. Like they weren't Timberlands. They belonged.
They
to
were
Tim.
inscribed.
Like yeah, they had Timbs on the tongue. I swear to God. We cracked on this nigga so hard he ain't wear them boots ever again. He wore them shits one time.
And he was so happy and proud.
They probably had a food.
Like nobody got these. These actually say Tim's. Went to
Timbs.
school. It got
Got them Timbs. Yeah, I got
Yeah, I
them
got
Timbs.
Tim.
Right.
Tim in the back there. Like, he let me hold him.
Got these shit.
Oh no, that's horrible.
But what crazy to go back to the varsity letter. In fact, New Jersey just this week is now created a law where all these mom and pop stores, you may have seen them out and about throughout the cities. They're more prominent up North Jersey. But since up in North Jersey, sports is huge, especially for high school. When you talk about basketball, field hockey, football, things of that nature. So you look at Del Bresco and stuff like that, those other schools. These mom and pop stores are selling merchandise with like varsity jackets, shirts, sweaters, anything like that. Beat the other team, beat Linden, beat whoever they're going against, but whatever. They're selling all this merchandise and none of the profit is heading back to the school. So now they're actually fighting down.
Yeah, you can't do
for
that.
You
man.
can't do that at all.
You gotta give something back.
So a lot of the kids were actually buying shit from the mom and pop store than actually buying it from the school. Because the school only give you but so much equipment and apparel when you're on the team. But
I
for them, they're
see.
getting more stuff. Like the
Okay.
sweaters.
Oh, that's stingy as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's wild when you think about it.
And the kids don't care if it's going to their books or their, they're just going to go where it's cheaper or where it's available.
Yeah. So that's another way where a lot of these schools are not recouping money.
Well, what the fuck happened this week, y'all?
I forgot one thing. I got my new phone.
Oh, yeah. He got
Rich
what is
nigga
it?
life.
I'm not.
It's so raw, and I'm a hater by nature. I want to hate on his phone, but it is so fucking raw.
I got the iPhone XS Max with 512 gigabytes.
Hold on.
XX Max. They got 3 X's
version.
in it.
The gold version.
It's 3 X.
You can hear that shit sparkle.
And I got the gold because I'm a king. Yes.
Do you have a ringtone?
Okay, Mufasa.
Do I have a ring? No, I don't talk to people.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how my phone sounds. My shit is on Do Not Disturb forever. Like all the notifications, my phone would look like this all day.
Damn, that's a pretty ass phone.
Well, thank
That's
you.
a pretty ass phone.
Pretty ass phone.
Why, thank you.
Wow.
You know, wallpaper moves and
You leave that shit anywhere. It's
I'm not.
down.
It costs way too much for that. I'm not gonna lie.
How much? No, you gotta tell me because I'm getting one.
About 15.
That's
Okay, no.
ridiculous.
I'm not getting one, but
$1,500 for a fucking phone.
it's beautiful.
But you know, you got monthly payments. You don't,
Yes, but still,
it is what it is.
1,500
for a phone.
for them to come out with another phone
Yep.
in 6 more months.
Pretty much.
Nah, a year.
How does the picture quality?
they come
is?
out once a year?
How does the porn look on the phone?
Absolutely fantastic. I've already tried it. The night I got it. Matter of fact, it was the first thing that I tried out. I opened the porn before I opened Twitter, nigga. I put on
Before
the
he
porn.
even set up the account for his socials.
I set my iCloud up and went straight to porn before Facebook and everything. And it looks absolutely fantastic on the screen.
Real life.
Yup, I put it sideways to do the landscape porn.
That's only the one
portrait
way to
porn.
watch it. You don't
Like,
watch portrait porn.
Last time you watched porn in 4K, nigga. I got 4K porn on.
How's the pictures? Yeah. How's the pictures?
Absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna show you everything because I took some pictures you can't be looking at. So.
How did it look in the
Got it.
picture? Great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Now his wife got all kinds of pictures. Look at this one. Look at this. You ain't never seen it like this before.
Porn got Dolby sound.
We be.
I feel like it'll pick up all my stretch marks. Like, man, fuck this phone. Where's the filter?
It will.
Oh, see, it picks up every little
Picks
nook
up
and
everything.
cranny.
The shit 4K.
That's what's up.
It's not HD. It's 4K. That's something that's a notch above. But you know, it's all good.
So, all right. Quick question. So, you got this new phone.
Yeah.
What did you get it for? What's the features you got it for?
Mainly because of the size. Because I had the X before, so this is a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time iPhone came out with the full screen and like basically the plus size.
Yeah.
You know, I like
no buttons really on.
No,
like,
I don't,
like
there's
shown.
no buttons on it at all.
That's what's up.
All screen, 6.5 inches.
So, do you use the camera? Are you going to be taking selfies?
Yeah, no, probably not selfies. But I mean, they do got a dope camera. Like they got something called portrait mode and stuff like that. But I don't take that
where
many
it just
selfies,
centers
but
on the
I
actual
took
item.
I took a video of my daughter's soccer team.
Yeah, let me see that.
No, we're gonna do that another.
No,
After
I want to
the
see that
show.
shit. No, because
After
now
the
I'm
show.
memorized. I'm mesmerized. I should say.
Hold on.
I never say the right word.
You be jacked,
I
bro.
be
Alright,
fucked
look.
up. Oh shit!
Come on, ain't even that
Get the
much.
fuck out of here! No, you downloaded that video. There is no fucking way that's on your
That shit
camera
is
right now.
That's
Super
me
clear.
taking the
I could pick a kid out of there
Hold on,
and
watch
put
when
him
she-
right here.
Watch when she come over. Like you'll be able to really see everything.
Yo, y'all, it's a fucking wrap. Oh my gosh, she's running. She almost hit me. Look at that man. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
he's so clear.
That shit is clear.
You know what I mean? So it's all good.
The sky, you can see the. Oh, okay. That's it.
Now you know why it costs so much.
I'm paying the $5. I'm paying the $5. I don't care.
You know what it is when it comes to these phones, though? It's not that they're too expensive. They're actually worth what they are. But it's just, are you willing to pay for it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, well, it ain't worth $1,500. I basically have a fucking computer in my hand. It is worth $1,500. But if you're not willing to pay for it, then you could downgrade the size.
I'm getting that shit.
I'm more or less ready to. I think this next year, 2013, I'm going to re-up and get a jitterbug. I think 35 has got me to the point where I'm going to get a jitterbug. They now have smartphones, so yeah.
What's a jitterbug?
What the fuck is a jitterbug?
Look it up. It's
I'd rather not.
It's like Virgin Mobile.
It sounds cheap.
The Walmart prepaid phone.
It's a cell phone for senior citizens.
Oh no!
Oh, so you got to text by doing the numbers, right?
Yeah,
the dials,
the big
like
ass dial.
33333 to get to the alphabet.
I can only hold like 7 apps. Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm good.
that'll be me.
Yeah, you can have that, brother.
Oh yeah, no.
Gray hair and all.
Yeah, so, and plus, the only reason my phone costs so much because I basically got the best you can get.
This nigga just got
With the most
fucking
like,
Bentley in his hand.
with the most storage, I mean, because you can get lower storage. It'll
I'm
be a lot
getting that
less.
shit. Like I wish I could take a note right now. I wish I could,
What you need a note for?
cause I
He
forget
just said he
shit.
got the top of the line. You don't need
I
no note.
forget
Just
shit.
walk in the iPhone,
I'm
Apple
getting that.
and just say I want what Jarrell got, and then
I'm
bang.
getting that. So last week we touched on. We're gonna move forward. Last week we touched on the whole Katt Williams thing.
Oh
Did
yes,
you,
let's talk about this.
So
Yes,
there's
sir.
a couple of people that came forth. I want to talk about Leslie Jones too, and then we can go into
No,
Kevin Hart.
I think that's
we
the
gotta
last
do the
thing.
follow-up.
We got to do the follow up to that interview though
We
first,
gotta do
because
that.
that
Okay.
happened first.
Okay.
Courtney, would you like to do the
Yep.
honors? of it?
Spit game.
Shit, I don't know nothing. Nah, the immediate follow up for this. Now, everybody knows, and if you was sleeping under a rock, know about the interview that Katt Williams did last week with V103 and Franksky and Wanda last week. Well, what happened that was the immediate follow up. In the interview, Katt basically made it known that he was doing a comedy show with what's the comedian name? Red or whatever his name. I'm sorry.
Oh yes, Red.
Red Grant.
Red Grant.
Grant.
Red Grant. Red Grant had a comedy special at Phillips Arena, and Katt Williams was a part of it. During the interview in which Katt and Wanda bump heads, he actually talked about how she had a comedy show, but it was at another regular little comedy show outside of Atlanta. So let's get to the follow-up. After the Phillips Arena show and special, Katt Williams decides to show up at that comedy show at Wanda was at. Now, I don't know what took place. I don't know what transpired, but either way, he started to pop off, or he was seen trying to enter into the comedy club. At that point, he got into a little scuffle with somebody. Now, first it was assumed to be the manager of the club because they didn't want to let him in because knowing the situation with him and Wanda was there as well. And Katt was there with just him and his security guard. And it was a guy that was taking a video of the whole situation. And Katt was showing off. You know, he's popping off like, hey, I'm a Marine. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck this and that. You know what I mean? And this nigga's about the size of a fourth grader.
Yeah, 4'2". Got beat up by a 17-year-old, but continue.
Yes. So continue on. He's still popping shit. And then he tries to enter the club a second time. At this point, Wanda was there with her husband. Now, her husband is he's one of them back road motherfuckers from the South. He's about a good 6'3", 290, 280. This is a big dude. You know what I mean? So he pops out. And in that scuff with him and the security guard, Katt Williams' security guard, a gun falls out. So at that
so
point,
he didn't pull it on him.
he didn't pull it on him. But
just
in
fell
the
out.
midst of the scruffle or whatever happened, the gun fell out. Now, he picked it up, saying, like, if you want to, you know what I mean, start some shit, we can start some shit. Soon as Katt Williams saw the gun, he decides to backpedal and run his ass in a close by supermarket. As he should. So
he's still a punk.
As he should.
He's still a little bit of punk.
So yeah, so at that moment where Katt Williams was big and bad and, you know what I mean, talking all that hot shit to Wanda, then that situation pops off and he turned into Kitty Katt Williams. So I want to know, what do you feel about that? Do you feel like, you know what I mean? Because he brought the smoke. He wanted the smoke. And now that type of situation jump off. How do you feel about that?
See, it's a catch-22 only because if you're going to crack on somebody, you need to, like, that was just, he was going in on her. That happens. You can't, but then people catch feelings. But,
Yeah.
like, he didn't physically harm her. He didn't threaten her life. It was no need for her
the gun.
husband to
Yeah,
do that because
exactly.
she's a comic.
Hold on,
Comics do that.
But
Exactly.
I heard, like, Katt went up to her and he said, I told you fucking with me would make you viral or whatever. So he came up to her and her husband like that. So her husband was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to talk about that. Get out of here. So Katt said, I'll fuck you up too.
Oh.
That's when he started.
That's new information.
That's when he
this
started.
just in.
That's when he started. That's when.
Oh,
the
well, then
husband-
Katt get everything he's supposed to. And
Exactly.
he over-exaggerated on those numbers that he put on the interview, too, because there's no way that Netflix paid him He didn't sell 2.4 million
Nope.
tickets.
Kevin Hart already put the receipts out on his Breakfast Club.
Yeah, we'll
interview.
talk about that Kevin
Yeah,
Hart
we'll
interview
talk about
too.
that
So,
But yeah,
with
so
that,
to me, I think the husband was justified Because
In that.
Because Katt Williams just got too much mouth.
Because before, like during the interview, the original radio interview, cool, you guys can go back and forth if you want, but the interview is over.
Yeah.
If I'm standing there with my wife, you can't approach her in a negative way. I don't care what happens.
It's personal.
It becomes personal then. So all bets are off then.
Yep.
I don't care what happened before.
Because now it's like, all right, cool. Y'all had y'all little barbs. That was for the show. Cool. Kudos. You did that. Now you're continuing it on. And you see me standing right here.
Yeah,
like, that's
like,
completely disrespectful.
Like, I'm right here.
Like,
I got a question.
Like, I'm right here. Like, you really, like, you don't give a fuck that I'm standing right here? Like,
it's like literally you gave me the middle finger. Was like, yeah, fuck you, Wanda. Like, whoa.
Like, you do know I'm right here. And I'm hard to miss, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, this nigga was big. Well, then again, I mean, Katt is pretty small, so he made these other motherfuckers look like
I have
they
a
was
question.
fucking WWE superstars.
What kind of drugs do you think Katt Williams is on?
All of them.
The one Nivea is on.
Who?
Bitch.
What?
Bitch.
What
We're going to
happened?
talk about that, though.
Oh, I'm lost.
We're going to fucking talk about that.
I'm lost.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm lost. What happened?
But anyway,
Yes.
I think Katt Katt is one of those people, and we all know these type of people that have that Napoleon complex. They do shit, and with him being a comedian and getting paid to talk shit about people, he's in a light where he feel like he can talk shit, he can do anything, he can say anything and get it off his chest, and that's just who he is. You can't do that to everybody. Like, people gonna pop up. Like, you seen it with the teenager that whooped his ass. You seen it with females that's been dealing with him. So it's like, you know, some people just can't take that type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? You little, don't get it wrong, and I probably whoop the shit out of you, and it probably wouldn't matter to me. But still, like, you're gonna push me to that level.
Everything now, like, how I feel about Katt Williams is everything that come out of his mouth is just total bullshit. Like, I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of his mouth now, but he is funny. I'll give him that.
But
like,
you see how crazy a week is,
funny.
though? Because just last week, we were hyping him up.
I wasn't. Was I?
Yeah.
I don't think
I
was.
hyped
Run
him
that
up
back.
because what he said about Tiffany Haddish, I could see why.
Totally see.
Like, you don't have to think these comedians are funny. That's not the point. It's the same thing what Kevin Hart said, like, during the interview, but we're still going to talk about that. It doesn't matter personally how you think. That doesn't mean you downgrade their success just because you don't like them personally. Mm-hmm. Like I said before, I don't think Amy Schumer is funny at all.
I think she's funny.
But that's the thing, though.
I do.
If you think she's funny, I think she's corny. I don't think she's funny at all. But I would never downplay her success like she shouldn't have got that from Netflix. Who am I to say that?
Because where she at and you where you
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if I was, like, say if I was...
Even if you were on
even
that
if
level.
I was on her level. Like, Kevin Hart can't say, well, Amy Schumer shouldn't get what she should get.
Yeah.
And he's huge. He's bigger than she is. But he can't say that about her either because it's not up to him how much, like, she's getting what she's worth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when we minimalize that's corny.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So how do you guys feel about the picture that was taken at the Emmys the following night, where Tiffany Haddish won for her SNL, I believe, and Katt won for his starring role in the Atlanta show, where he played Alligator Man.
I mean,
and in the picture, he's actually kneeling to Tiffany. They team to make up.
No,
they
if
take
you
a picture together.
See, I think that's corny.
Yep, it was mad corny because if you're
Keep
gonna
the
be an
same smoke.
asshole, keep the same
Keep
shit.
the same energy.
As soon as he was face to face with her, this nigga did a whole kneel for her and
But you know
bowed
how
down.
crazy
like,
that would have
why
looked
are you
if he would
doing
have
that?
kept the same energy though at that type of level.
Keeping the same energy to me is not saying anything at all.
Right,
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
away. He
Okay.
didn't have to acknowledge
He
her.
didn't
at
have
all.
to acknowledge her. She didn't have to acknowledge him. I'm pretty sure if he wouldn't have said anything to her, she wouldn't have acknowledged him at all that night.
Yeah.
Because he's a hater.
Yeah.
Like, why would you address your haters? Like, especially if you're as successful as she is.
True.
Like, Tiffany is doing what she's supposed to be doing right now. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you think she's funny or not.
It's kind of unfortunate for her to get a lot of the hate. Like at the end of the day, a lot of people can speak the real and be like, "Hey, she's not that funny," or "Hey, this was just a situation." But she's getting her money. She's doing her due. She's funny in certain aspects. So I think what people get confused on is that she's not that funny as a stand-up comedian. Yeah. But everything else, she's perfect for her.
She's a naturally funny person.
Yeah.
Take us, for example. We have a show.
Yeah.
I mean, we view ourselves as quote-unquote regular people.
Yeah.
We just so happen to have a show. But we do try to be funny on here, and we're basically quote-unquote comedians on here as we talk about this stuff. Mm-hmm. So if somebody don't think you're funny, You think I care?
Yeah. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Exactly. Like, I care about our listeners and our listeners that actually dig us and listen to us every week. This is who we do it for. If you don't think that we're funny, don't listen. It's not for everybody.
And plus, I couldn't do stand-up. I couldn't do stand-up.
No.
Oh no! My sister say it all the time. I'm living room funny. You don't put me on no stage. I'm living room funny.
Difference.
That's it.
You gas station funny.
I'm gas station living room, workplace,
supermarket funny.
supermarket,
You
workplace funny. Right.
You cafeteria funny.
You frozen food section funny.
Water cooler funny.
Yeah, man.
Right. Like
you crack a joke by like the lettuce.
Vending machine.
Right. That's it. Don't put me on no stage because I'm not making everybody the fuck laugh. That's
Sit there
not.
and look at people, be like,
Hey. And like nothing.
You know what the crazy part? If somebody start booing Jovee, I could see her just shutting down and walking.
Oh, I would have shut down before you even got the boo. I would have spotted somebody in the audience that didn't like me before I even said a joke and shut all the way the
Jovee
fuck
would have
down.
told a joke, right, and nobody would have laughed. She'd be like, so that wasn't funny?
Fuck y'all then. Shit. I bet y'all don't even know how to play fucking Uno. I bet y'all don't know how to play Uno, bitch. Fuck y'all. This ain't even fun. This ain't cool.
But it's so
anyway.
funny because I look at the different demographics. I mean, I look at a lot of these comedy clubs. I haven't been in a while, but I would be petrified to perform in front of an all-black crowd instead of an all-white crowd. Yeah. I would be fucking petrified.
Why?
Because black people are harder.
Oh, man.
Black people are harder.
And plus, black people are dramatic and we're entertainers naturally. So if I fuck up, it's going to be a motherfucker out there like, I'm funnier than this motherfucker. And he going to put on a show out there like, hey,
and then somebody Snapchat you and videotape you. Then you turn into a meme. And then, we make shit poppin'.
Oh, we
you
pop
will
shit.
be, you will be viral instantly.
It's a wrap.
And it's all right, man. Y'all be good.
Not me. You already know.
Well, I think Courtney would. Yeah, you'll be terrible. And I think you're funny.
Thank you for
But you ain't supposed to be up there, though.
No.
It's way too sensitive.
When
somebody start heckling Jovee, show's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, show's over.
I cry.
You don't think you can maintain that? Like feel like you
Jovee?
Immediately you're gonna be nervous? Like you're gonna
Hell
feel
yeah.
Wow.
I'm funny around people that I'm cool with. Like I'm sitting down and I feed off of other people's energy. So then that's just how I'm funny. I'm not. I can't sit down and write no damn joke.
You gotta think about it. Jovee took her wig off. We call her Tweety Bird. She almost walked out.
She did.
And we're us.
Yeah.
If a fucking stranger start cracking on her, she on stage, she can't handle that shit.
And that still hurts my feelings to say. I almost walked the fuck out just now. A fucking Tweety Bird.
But hold on. When you got up in front of the crowd when we were at the live show for the Podcast Brothers, when we were at the live show, when you got up and spoke about the zodiac sign, how did you feel? Did you feel any nervousness?
I was nervous as hell. That's why I never looked at the audience. But you seemed like a natural.
You went up there and said what you
She wasn't telling no jokes, though, Courtney.
I get that, but I'm just saying, just being behind the mic.
It's different when you tell a joke
in front of people.
Nobody laughs, yo.
Yeah.
That is complete. That is a...
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you got one. I think kill him with this shit.
Jovee got heat. She just it gotta
I'm not
come
writing
off.
no
It
jokes.
gotta come off. It gotta come off.
I gotta be comfortable. I'm not writing no jokes. I'm conversational funny. That's it.
You think you got that shit? You've been practicing and fighting on stage.
I was so nervous there. I was so nervous. I never even looked at the audience.
Really?
And I was so nervous. I was like, please don't let nobody crack on me.
I didn't realize you were nervous at all.
And then when Jarrell embarrassed the shit out of me, that's because she ain't got no man or something like so basically her real life. I was like, damn, Jarrell. Fuck. And he funnier, so I can't say shit back. Yeah. I was stuck. I was like...
like a deer headlight.
I got one. He's just scared of a commitment.
I just told everyone I was choking, and we moved on.
I'm playing to your point of sensitivity, and
sticks with her, man.
I shut down. I was like, man.
To open up a wound.
Yeah. She still thinking about that shit. That shit happened like 3 months ago.
Channel.
That was my takeaway from that whole night. Not even the fuck it was his 100th episode. I was like,
But yeah, I couldn't imagine being on a stand-up comedian. That probably would petrify me. I'd probably be out of here.
You could do it, Jarrell.
But speaking of comedians, there was another follow-up to the Katt situation where just this past week, I believe Friday, Katt Williams and Tiffany Haddish, who are on their tour to promote Night School, which is a movie that comes out in theaters, I
Not
believe,
Katt
next
Williams,
weekend.
Kevin Hart.
I'm sorry, Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. They were on The Breakfast Club and for Power 105.1 with Envy, Charlamagne the God. So this past week, they did the interview, and in that, Kevin Hart basically gave out fire. Like, basically debunking everything Katt Williams was talking about in reference to all the comedians he named, from Lil Rel, Hannibal Buress, Tiffany Haddish, of course. He was talking about the money that Katt named as his money from Netflix
sales
and stuff. So he went in and he basically took him to wherever
church.
you want to take him. But yeah, church, basically. So in that, how do you feel about Kevin Hart's response?
I think he was right. He was right to call him out on his bullshit. He was right about everything he said about Katt Williams fucking his own self in the ass, because he really was set up to do well.
He
like
was.
Katt
He was definitely on
was the man before Kevin Hart come. He was Nicki Minaj and Kev was Cardi B. And like, so, but Kev came in there
That's
and
actually
stole.
a pretty good analogy.
Thank you. Kev came in there and stole all Katt's thunder, because Katt was not. Katt did what?
fumbling.
Yeah, Katt was doing his shit. He wasn't being consistent. If he didn't feel like it, he wasn't doing it. He was on drugs. Like, he was being
In and
so
out of jail.
inconsistent. And then Kevin came out and stole all of his shit.
And the funny thing was, that before Katt, it was Chris Tucker. And
Yeah.
remember, Chris Tucker had all those movies, then he fell off.
Yeah.
Like, he had problems with drugs.
Oh, I didn't know it was because of drugs.
I think so. Like, remember he had a
Yeah, I
problem
never
with
heard
that.
drugs.
Oh,
think
yeah.
Wow.
I believe
I
it.
believe so. I think so.
I believe it.
I mean,
I-
he fell out. You gotta think he disappeared, like, all of a sudden for a reason.
Yeah, he did those Rush Hour movies and he was like, gone. I got a
Yeah.
bag. And it was like,
And then, it took like 10 years, and then he tried to come back with some stuff.
Yeah, and it didn't
never
work.
really-
It's
Some
not the
people can't
same.
come back.
Once
Yeah.
Kev is cool because he took it and ran with it. He didn't have like the drug addiction problem. He didn't have the personal problems. If he did have personal problems, he didn't let it get in the way of his business.
He handled, I could tell you with every controversy that Kevin got into, he handled it well. Like, even with the whole football thing where he embarrassed himself to go out in the, he played the fact that he was a comedian to his advantage, because that could have been a really embarrassing thing where people could have clowned him. But because he did it first,
He told the truth. He
It
was like,
made
man,
it-
I was drunk. My team won the Super Bowl. Hell yeah, I tried to get up
yeah,
there.
yeah. He said somebody tried to mess with my head. Like, what did they do?
like,
Give him
put
a
their head
noggin?
on.
Yeah, he's
Like,
like, get off my head. I was mad. I was trying to fight.
Like, he owned it, and everybody forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because he owned it. This dude got caught cheating with his wife.
Yep, owned
Yeah.
it.
And owned it, and nobody cares. It's
Yep.
because he owned it.
Yep.
These other people that are hating on, like, people that are more successful, they're not owning up to their own bullshit. That's exactly what he said. Like, if you own up to it, people forgive everybody for anything nowadays, except for like racial stuff.
And that's not to bring up Cardi B again, but that's why a lot of people like her too, because she owned her shit.
owns it.
Yeah, I'm a stripper.
I'm a bird.
This is fake. This is fake. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like I like
Offset
hoe
cheated.
shit. I like these niggas, because nobody can throw anything in your face that you haven't already exposed. What you got next? Everybody already know about that. So what you got next?
Yeah.
People like to hype up what you scared about.
Which is weird, because we'll discuss that too going further. We're going to talk about another celebrity in the news over the past week, and it's basically similar to this, but it's crazy because now in 2018 it seems like the negative and people who bounce back from the negative are the people who are uplifted and people who are magnified nowadays. Like, you look at Beyonce, Jay-Z. Like, you know what I mean? That could have been a situation that could have blew up and it could have went haywire and people not listen to the
I think it's
albums
different.
and stuff like that, because, they're a couple, they're a huge couple. He somehow cheated, created albums and music about it, and she's talking about the separation and stuff like that, and then boom, they create this new album, and it's like it's magnified, but it's also bringing a little bit more success. People are coming to the tours and seeing like that and pictures like that, and then you look at like the Cardi B's, obviously negative situation, but still being magnified. Nicki Minaj, she not dealing well with Cardi B, but it's still being magnified.
She's not owning up to her bullshit.
Yeah. Look at Drake. Drake's situation with the blackface, that could have went a totally different way, but his album ended up being the biggest album of the summer. That's crazy to me.
I think Beyonce is different because I don't think she owned up to shit. She's just private. So she would be something that if something catches fire or something is exposed, like it's a really big fucking deal. But she got the manpower. She got the finances. She got everything to cover up and make things go away. That Cardi B or somebody else don't have, or Kevin Hart don't have.
But see, that's what I mean. Like in you saying that, like everything is protected, everything is private. They couldn't hide from that elevator situation. Once that got leaked,
especially when the video came out.
Yeah, once that video came out, it seemed like everything was a trigger to that. Like Solange came out with her album, and then Beyonce came out with hers, and again Jay-Z came out with his. Like it was like everything. We've never seen them like that. Never seen them that personal like that about that information. I
still want to know what happened in that elevator, though.
Jay probably said, I think Solange was probably drunk. Jay probably was playing with her too much, and she went off. Like he probably said something slick. I don't think it was a bigger deal as other people think it is.
It was explained. Jay wanted to go somewhere, and he didn't want to do nothing about it. Solange to go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, so Jay wanted to go somewhere else. Beyonce didn't want to go.
No, Beyonce didn't want to tell him no. So Solange stepped in. She was the big sister in that part.
Oh, and said she doesn't want to go.
She probably feels like, you know what I mean? Just like the situation where Kevin Hart went off on Katt this week. You know what I mean? That sibling type of mentality. Like, hey, you pick it on my little sister or you pick it on my sister. Let me step in front. You could do all that shit to me, but don't do that shit to her.
So another thing adding on to that is the Leslie Jones, how she was like, fuck both of them niggas because none of them niggas put me on. And she got a little bit too aggressive when she was like, they need to keep my name out of their mouth. The only time that they should have anything in their mouth is my pussy or something like that.
I actually like that. Know why?
But I was like, Leslie, like strong face, calm down.
Like I like that because she threw a joke at the end. Mm-hmm. That was a joke.
Yeah.
I think that was a joke. She didn't mean that.
Yeah. They're all comedians.
They all know each other.
They all know each other.
Mm-hmm. But she was right. She said
neither one of them put her on at all.
They didn't put anybody on. But I don't think just because you're a celebrity that you should be responsible for someone else's success. You got to make it just like I do.
But for the ones that do, I commend them for it, though. Just like Kev is putting a lot of people on. Mm-hmm. Like if you go on YouTube, he got the LOL network. If you look at that, like he put a lot of he got a lot of videos of other comedians that he's trying to put on. Like it's not just about him.
And do you think do you think the moniker that a lot of people are calling a lot of these black actors or comedians corny? Do you think it's from a situation of are they not great? Do you think it's a situation of them being oversaturated? Like you look at Kevin Hart, he's everywhere. And it's always almost 24/7 you see him. Same thing with Nick Cannon.
There's a demand for it. It's a demand for it.
Same thing with Nick Cannon because like Nick Cannon is doing great things as far as bringing these unnamed comedians out of the woodwork and putting them out on Wild 'N Out and stuff like that. So it's like you look at
who would have thought that would have been so successful that it's still on there?
Yeah,
it's been
a lot of people came through
12
Wild 'N Out too.
Yeah, Cat Williams was on there.
A lot of people was on that show.
Yeah,
that you wouldn't because I don't watch the show. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch Wild 'N Out at all. I catch like some of the clips that come out, like if something like seriously happened, like something real funny, and I'll see a clip like on Twitter or Facebook or something. But I don't watch the show. But a lot of people came through there.
Yeah.
I think the Asian dude is next to come out of here. I really like the Asian dude on Wild 'N Out, Tim Delgado.
I don't know that name.
Oh yeah, check him out. He's funny. I love him.
No, but it's just amazing because Wild 'N Out's been out for what 10, 12 years probably, and it's still going strong.
I don't think it's I think. Well, maybe, because I think, like, Amber Rose is oversaturated, Black China's oversaturated. Like, how many times are you going to reuse the same type of people? Like, is there no one else better? Like, they're getting older in the industry now.
You talk about people with no talent, too. So that's why it kind of irks
But,
people.
yeah,
like, they're popular just because of how they look.
Kardashians, number one.
That's why Courtney hate them so much.
Oh, my God.
They don't do nothing, but they're popular.
Number one.
I think that speaks volumes. The fact that you have no talent and you still are making money. I can't hate on that.
Yeah.
But to Kevin Hart's point on his show is like, well, what do you want us to do? Mm-hmm. If you're if you become successful, what do you want? You don't want us to be successful. You wanted us to like infiltrate Hollywood because it was all white. Now that some black people are actually getting shine, you're mad that you're not the one getting the shine and the other black person is getting the shine. You can't have it both ways. You either want it to be like diversity in Hollywood or you don't. You can't just want diversity only if you're a part of it.
Yeah, it's like
not how it's supposed- that's selfish as hell. You
if
can't
it's
do
going to
that.
be diversity, it needs to be a committee that we select of who bees in it. It's ridiculous.
And I
It's
don't
stupid.
think Leslie Jones is that funny, but I'm happy that she's where she's at. I don't think she's funny at all.
She has her moments. She's definitely a funnier stand-up comedian. I like her.
She's her antics. It's the antics. That's it. I got antics for days.
Mm-hmm.
I could antic the fuck out of you.
You know how many people that I don't think is funny that is wildly successful? It's mad people.
Who?
Oh yeah,
Give me two.
name one. Name one.
One, if we're going to talk about SNL, none of the black people on SNL are funny to me.
Not even
No.
Kel.
Hell no. Kenan Thompson? Hell no.
Kenan's not funny.
Funny how?
I never thought he was funny,
Funny
either. He's just goofy. He's funny to white
Hey,
people.
look,
goofy, yeah.
hey, look,
He's funny to white
He's
people.
been on there for like 15
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So I can't hate on his success. I personally just don't think he's funny.
See, and that's crazy that you mentioned his name because yes, like you're saying, he's been
No,
on.
but you said
he's been
wildly
He's been on
successful.
the show 15
He's wildly
years.
successful.
But check this.
He's been on Saturday Night Live for 15 years, Jovee.
and he's just now getting his first show on NBC. They just gave him a green light for his own
But
show.
just for the fact that he's been on,
That's crazy.
like Saturday Night Live is huge. For you to be on that show for that long, he's like the longest running member in
ever.
that history of the show.
Because normally
Nobody
they,
else, usually somebody like they'll leave
Yeah.
and go to something bigger. But he
Movies.
actually stayed on that show. He's been on there for like 10, 15 years. That's
I don't
crazy.
think Saturday Night Live is funny. I don't tune into it.
I don't tune in like regularly, but I have.
It
Like,
has its moments.
yeah, like now it's not nearly as funny as it used to.
It depends on who's hosting it now for me.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Jay Farrow is funny.
he does great impressions.
He does great impressions, but is he funny?
No.
Like, would you go to his stand up?
No.
No. But he's successful too. Like, there's a lot of people. But I would never knock them though. It is what it is.
Speaking of drugs, Nivea apparently. Now, I didn't
Now
watch
you got to explain
the whole,
who Nivea is for the people that
Nivea,
don't know.
if you mess with my man, I'm going to be the one to bring it to you.
Yeah, I used to like Nivea, yo. She's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So, and she had the song Complicated. Yeah.
Oh, my shit.
And Complicated, that is a
Complicated
bad
was a good song.
ass song, right?
Decent album
So,
too.
but she has a show. Now, I didn't watch it. I'm going to watch it tonight. But I watched a clip of her giving an interview. Homegirl is jittery as fuck. And she doesn't talk like somebody that made it. Like, she just talks like somebody's running up trying to get it from a news station trying to figure out why the house is on fire across the street. Like, hey ma'am, did you hear what happened? Yeah, what happened was it was crazy. It was like, that's how she was like kind of interviewing. That's the only way that I could put it. It was so like, you would have think that she would have had somebody to help her be more polished, especially if you're trying to make a name back for yourself again or trying to come back. Like, they should have had her a little bit more polished, but she was jittery. She was all over the place. She just, the way she was telling her story, it just sounded weird.
Like
she got how many kids from Dream? 2?
I don't know. I think it's around 3 or 4 because they had twins, I believe. They had twins.
And then she had a kid with Wayne. She was like, yeah, Wayne, he was trying to get with me. And he was in the studio. He proposed. He actually proposed to me. And I'm just like, did he?
Yeah,
You
it's
sure?
it's something going on there. I don't know what it is, but something's
She said
going on.
he proposed for. They engaged.
Well,
No,
in the
this was years ago.
laundromat
This was years
video.
ago.
Oh, she said he proposed for what?
Right. That, my
Why is she
question
saying
exactly.
it now though?
She's
like, are
telling
y'all
her story.
married?
But hold on. This is why it's crazy because I thought the interview was weird because BT being BT who
BET
it's just
is the
fucking weird.
devil.
But anyway, they brought her back
BET is
out.
not for black
They
entertainment.
brought her back out. Now I guess because there was some kind of question on what happened to Nivea. You know, where's Nivea been? Now I don't know how popular that question was with BT for them to go ahead and make a special for her to bring her back out and just, you know, talk and discuss. I think the hype was around because she did have children with The Dream. She did have children with Lil Wayne. And she kind of had this bright star at one point, and then boom, she was out of the music business. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with her life. So now when you get this special, which I saw like a brief clip, maybe like 7 to 10 minutes of it, she did seem jittery. She did seem out of it. I don't want to say drug induced, but
Something was off
something
about-
was jittery. Like she had the Bobby Brown mouth. Something was going on.
What?
Yeah,
her mouth just kept
I
going
need to see a
sideways.
recent. I haven't
Like
heard.
shimmy
I
dimmy.
haven't heard of.
But you got to think
Nivea.
how young she is. She's still fairly young. So to look at other artists around that same age, it's kind of like, damn. Like,
Is there a recent
wow.
picture of something going on? Like I haven't seen Nivea in years. Like I don't know
sent
what
it
y'all
to
talking
the.
about.
I sent it to the three.
Did
She's
you?
dope chat. Yep.
She doesn't
About
look.
her
She
talking
doesn't
about
look
it.
bad, but you can definitely tell she's been through some stuff.
And that wig looked like it came from a mom and pop shop too.
Oh,
Like-
Jovee cracking on her wig.
It just looks terrible.
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 Terrible. It looks terrible.
Like she been through some stuff, and I hope everything is okay. She said that the her and the children are being taken care of, even though she made a little slight comment saying that the Dream and Lil Wayne are not in their lives. So I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I think
Word.
women have these babies,
Word.
just like with Chris Brown, baby mom. Like, women have these babies thinking that they're not going into it saying, I'm having your kid because you're an excellent father.
Exactly.
They're having their kid because of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then get mad that they're not being an excellent father.
Remember when what's her name? Lauren London first came onto the scene, and she was basically like the it girl when she was in ATL or whatever. She got pregnant by Wayne, right?
Yes.
What the hell happened? What happened to her? What the hell happened to Nunu?
Yeah.
What's she been in since then?
She,
Nothing.
just a lot of B movies. She was
Why?
in that
A lot of B movies.
Why though? Like she was on the the train to go to stardom. She got pregnant and fell off. Why is that?
I don't know. That's not. I wouldn't say all just because of pregnancy. Some people like the fame is good, but they can't keep up with the fame.
Man,
like they can't
they'd
keep
rather
up
be a
with
mother.
the
And I
demands.
think in Nivea's situation-
she quit basically.
Yeah, I
she
think
got
it-
pregnant by somebody that had money, and
yeah.
she didn't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, I think the
I'm
same for
sorry,
Nivea.
but I would do that.
Not, but I'm talking about if.
If I fucking get pregnant by somebody who got money, I quit.
But like
Jarrell is saying, you don't think that's kind of crazy though?
You wouldn't quit if you was doing it like if you actually had a passion for something.
Yeah, if it
That's
would-
your career.
But just because she may not have had a passion at it. Just because you did something, you did good at it. That still does not mean
Yeah,
that
'cause
that's your
that's
passion.
true.
In the
That's
interview, she said she wasn't really much of a singer, even growing up. She just, had a voice. And she said, Nivea.
Oh, yeah, we know you can't sing.
Yeah. She's okay. She's not.
Well, at least she could admit that, because there's
She-
some people
she
out
just-
there.
She cried and everything. She like, she
Courtney,
miss it.
Courtney, if the singer says she can't sing, she can't sing.
She said, yeah. She
Don't
did
try to
she started
defend her.
late.
She just said she can't sing. She can't sing, bro.
Keisha Cole can't sing live. Every time she sings live, I'm like,
Y'all got
she
on me when I
sounds
talked about
so
music. When I
good.
said music can't sing live.
And then that video.
what?
And that video came out like immediately after.
And know what's crazy? And then,
Wait, there was a video of him not singing good?
yo, what?
No, are you serious?
Yo, and
He sounded bad.
I ain't gonna bring that up. I ain't gonna bring that up.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to music. I defended him because the multiple times that I've seen him personally, he sounded good. But that video, he sounded...
I do not know of
Man,
this video,
listen,
and I'm not sure if I want y'all to taint my image of music.
Picture him trying to do a high note, right? And a cat is just being slaughtered by an eagle.
You sound like Mariah Carey on that New Year's Eve.
Worse.
Oh my God.
Music.
And
oh
people-
my gosh. Thank you.
And please give me this moment. People
He
stop
got wayward.
on Shade Room hyping Mariah Carey up. It's obvious this woman is still lip syncing. Stop it.
Well, they give her.
I have no argument with that.
She
Yeah.
keep getting like, oh my God, they keep giving her play. Like, just put her out the pasture.
Yeah, let her die slowly.
Damn, put her out the pack. You got to kill her? Though?
Let her go slowly.
Put her in the glue factory.
Stock her up. All right, so jumping into this segue into this situation, Kanye West.
Yep, I was just about to bring him
This
up. too.
motherfucker has had a busy motherfucking week.
What I tell you before, watch for the rebrand.
Oh my God, I can't stand the
Nigga talk
rebrand.
about, I'm moving back to Chicago and I'm never leaving. Nigga, why you leave in the first place?
So yes,
The rebrand. Now, a new album is coming out, he said,
yep.
soon. And
He actually posted a
is taking
picture.
place.
I'm sorry, but that whole song is my shit.
That's not his song, though. We're not even talking about that.
Yeah, it's
That's
Lil
not his
Pump's, I
song.
believe.
That's
But
the-
no, I know, but I don't listen to Kanye West, and it kind of brought it back a little bit. Like, oh, okay, this is dope. It's such a fucking hoe. I love it. Yo, that shit was hot.
The rebrand is crazy.
Yeah.
Now,
What is the rebrand? Where you think? What direction do you think this is headed?
All social media now.
yeah, now all of a sudden, like, he's down with us again. Like, Kanye's back. I'm off my medication. That's what he basically said.
Yeah. In his video where he comes at Nick Cannon, Drake, Tyson Beckford, basically this week he brought up an Instagram post where he's just walking down the street in Chicago with a selfie, and he's basically just ranting about how these guys have been talking about his wife.
Yep.
He got on Drake saying that he didn't knock the rumors about him sleeping with Kim. He got on Nick Cannon of making that, basically implying that Drake slept with Kim. And then he got on Tyson Beckford for going back and forth with Kim on a previous Instagram post maybe a few months back. But either way.
Like, all of a sudden, yo, like, these dudes, multiple people that you actually personally know has been talking about your wife like she was a hoe for years. Mm-hmm. Now, all of a sudden, it's not okay.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like.
I think,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're not supposed to change. But the fact that the change is happening now when your album is about to come out, all of a sudden you apologize for talking about the slavery shit on TMZ, and you're moving back to Chicago. Like, it's just rebranding.
It's
That's
weird.
all it is.
It's very weird. But also to say, because we discussed this early in the week, that we kind of agree how now we can see why he would be protective of family and his wife. So we did agree on that. But it's tough for him because of who he married. It's very tough. Yeah,
that's his wife.
Yeah,
Jovee.
He got to protect him.
It doesn't matter what you did before. I tried to tell you
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
that's his wife.
It's
like,
kind of
you
like
could
that
get away with
Wanda
that.
husband.
It's like you could get away with that if you were living a regular life. But if that's kind of what she did, kind of base her career, and I feel bad because I'm a woman, and I guess I should be more, a woman, supporting all women. But you base your career off of dating multiple men, and like sleeping with them in this porn. I don't even know if that was intended or not, but this is how you based your career. This is why you are Kim Kardashian. It's because of Kim that even the rest of her family is put on. It's all because of her. Now, in her status and sleeping with men, you can't take that away just because you decided to marry and had some kids with her. You can't take that image away. This is what she built her career on. So now you want to say, nah, now she's mine and we're married, so y'all can't talk about her like that no more. No, this is who she made a name for, and that's that. She's going to have to stick with this shit.
The thing, though, as a husband, if I say you can't talk about her that way, you can't talk about her that way.
As a husband of a celebrity woman, we gonna do whatever the fuck we want to do.
Okay. So if I check you when you do it,
that's different. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't have the right to talk about her like that. Anybody could. Like, I can call her a hoe right now. But if Kanye checks me on it after acknowledging that he doesn't like it, that's why I'm saying that he has every right to do that.
Yeah.
I don't care how many women she's.
You got to protect.
You got to put your foot down.
Got to protect
at
home
some point. You can't just. If I say you can't do something, you just can't do it in my presence.
I just don't know if that's true.
And like in my presence,
that's true.
Like, of course,
I don't even know who she is or what type of personality she has. She's such a blanket.
Yeah, like
for me, like
you
don't even know who she is, and she's been around forever. She has done interviews. She's even when she talks, I'm like, who you're?
It's like stylist, porn, and then reality show.
And plus, to be honest, huge. After all the stuff that has been said about her negatively, you have to admit they have taken the high road. They've never really argued with people over it. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
like,
that's
these
cool.
people that's been saying that she's a hoe. He knows them personally and has not said anything about it until now. Why haven't you checked them before?
I think what it is now is that, like he said, he's just coming out of a sunken place, which a lot of people don't agree with or believe. I personally don't believe it. But either way, for his mental state, I think he's in a rough patch now. And here's why I say that. When you have other celebrities that probably went, we're all saying that his wife was open season at one point and stuff like that. So when you have somebody that actually slept with her, Nick Cannon, they were actually together at one point.
Nick Cannon hit it?
Saying shit that implying that Drake hit it And then he has to think about situations of going in songs saying like, hey, you can't talk about this party, or you can't talk about my my sister-in-law and stuff like that. And then he jumps on the notion that Drake didn't deny the situation. That's eating up at him. Like, his mental state is fucked up right now.
For one thing, I don't understand why Nick Cannon is talking about him sleeping with Kim Kardashian anyway. If he slept with her...
No, he didn't say that, but that's what... That transpired years ago. What he said
before her and Kanye was together.
Yeah. What he said was that, I think a question was asked on that show that Joe Budden used to be in. What's that show on Complex? Academics. Everyday Struggle. Yeah. So the question was asked to him in regards to Kanye and Kim, or basically saying like, did he think something jumped off with Drake and Kim and the Kiki song and all that shit. So,
but if he don't know,
if he doesn't know,
that's all you have to do is say no comment, or I'm not going to talk about that. He doesn't know. So why are you saying anything?
Yeah.
So some people, just because you famous and stuff, just because somebody asks you a question, that don't mean you have to answer it.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was, because he created a new video coming back at Kanye saying that he can say what he wants if asked a question.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about that shit? Like, do you think that Kanye's being suckered live and in the open?
No, I think is people don't understand, I guess in this social media age, that you think you could just post something or create a video and post it. They don't, like, when you say something negative about somebody, there's no consequences for your actions anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would he have said that to his face?
Yeah.
Like, you can't say that. I'll talk about what I want to. Like, if I tell you you can't talk about my wife and about that, and I know you personally, don't send me a video talking about, well, you can say whatever you want. Say it to my face then.
Yeah.
So, and if you say it, and if I knock your ass out, then we don't have a problem anymore. Like, it has to be consequences for your actions when you say stuff like that. That's why I don't like the whole social media shit where people be talking like all the gangster shit, like on Facebook or on Twitter.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that you're typing, you're not going to say it to the person that you're talking to.
You're not popping off. No.
And these are famous people. I hope him and Nick Cannon will be in the same room. I want to see what happens.
Or it's going to be a situation like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
I don't know. I think Nick Cannon might
get his ass whooped.
I think he might throw a couple, because he's skinny. Them skinny people be really
Kanye
strong.
mental.
Do you know why, though?
Why?
It's because Kanye is fighting for something. He's fighting for his wife. It's not about, like, Nick Cannon, he doesn't have any reason to fight Kanye. Kanye has all the reason to fight him, though. Like, if you come at my wife and I tell you not to talk to her about that, talk to her like that. If you talk to her anyway, I'm the aggressor then. I get to whoop your ass and you just get your ass whooped. You probably don't want to fight me. You just talking.
If my man fight anybody, he better win, because I'm going to look at him different.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Wow. See how women do? See how women turn on you, though? See how women turn on you? And look, she said, like her man, like, if y'all was mad, you getting a divorce and you lose a fight?
Nah, I'm just going to be like, oh, man.
I think something.
You didn't say that when Trevor was knocking your ass out.
Remember Trevor?
Yeah, you remember Trevor?
Oh, so now you want to ignore me. So when I call Trevor, I don't want you hitting my phone.
Yeah, nah. We got to break up then. Like, if I lose a fight in front of my girl, we got to break up. It's over.
No, to be honest, the real person I am, if my man's fighting and he's losing, I'm jumping in.
No, you can't.
I'm jumping in.
Not if it's one-on-one, you can't.
I'm jumping in.
You can't. It make him look worse, Jovee. Nah, let him get his ass whooped. Stop it. Because then it's like you had to make your girl jump in. No, don't do that.
It would be hard for me now. I'm probably going to jump in.
Jumped. He got to get jumped. Like he got to be. If it's one-on-one, you cannot step in, yo. You can't. I don't care how much.
Ladies, if your man was getting fucked up, are you jumping in?
One-on-one, you can't. Don't do it. You're going to make it look worse.
Yeah, that's bad.
Because then he the nigga that need his girl to fight for him. No.
Can I jump in him and save him? Can I throw my body over him in protection? No, stop. I can't do that either.
He's a sucker then.
You know what it is? You'll get all the accolades. You'll get all the whoop, whoop. Oh, my God, she ride or die.
You'll be praised for that.
Your boyfriend?
He getting buried.
What? Rap.
It's too many rules, man.
Nah, I mean, that's a rule. That you done
fucked up his mental state.
Yeah,
obviously.
you gotta think about it. Like, the whole ego and psyche is over. Like,
just because I jumped in. What if I got my ass whooped too?
Nah, because, like, think about it.
Would it make it better?
Nah, but you gotta think about it. So, like, you do shit in the home, but like, oh fuck it, I'll just do it myself. Now he real mad, like, oh, you think I can't do that too? You think I can't do this?
You gotta
like,
think about men do have egos.
Yeah.
We admit that. We have egos.
Let me take my ass whooping.
Yeah, I'd rather get my ass whooped than you jumping in. No.
Well, then
No,
I'll
you
make
can't do
sure I'll give him some head.
Unless he put me in a sleeper hold. If you put me in a sleeper hold, then jump in.
Yeah, don't let me die.
Don't let me
out
die.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay, okay. So just to the point of death.
Yeah.
Then
Don't
jump
let,
in.
don't let me
Okay.
die. I'd rather be alive.
You look like a rag doll and shit.
I'd rather be alive.
Charles said,
Oh, you just gonna stand there?
Don't
You
let
just
me
gonna stand
die.
Yeah, don't let me die. I'd rather be alive and a sucker than be a dead brave ass nigga. No. It's sometimes it's acceptable of being a sucker. Like, I'd rather be a sucker. A live sucker is always
a dead
better.
brave ass
Yeah,
nigga.
a dead brave ass nigga. No.
His tombstone.
I would rather be.
I'm gonna fuck you up as a ghost.
I would rather be an alive coward than a dead brave person. That is a huge misconception.
Nah, that's
of
true.
people.
That's
This is
true.
not the movies.
That's
nigga.
true shit.
This is not the movies.
This is
I
not the
repeat.
movies. No, I want to live. There's no sequel.
No.
Like, after I die, ain't no
It's a
part two,
wrap.
cuz.
No
Like,
restart.
I'm not coming back.
No.
I'm not coming back in your nightmares and haunt you and shit. Nah, I want to be alive.
Thank you.
I want to be alive. Yeah, that's when you could jump in. If you're like, oh, that nigga about to die, then jump in.
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah, that nigga about to die, then jump in. Yes, please
okay.
save me.
Okay.
Save me.
that
Got
nigga about
it.
to die.
But I could take an ass whooping though. I'd rather get my ass whooped. That's different. Men don't mind getting their ass whooped when it come to being a sucker, but like, you can't have your girl just jump in.
Oh, that's
off,
me.
Just off top, she jumping in. She got more fight than you do. No,
Yeah.
can't happen.
That would be hard. Anyway, there was Sanaa Lathan's movie came out on Netflix called Nappily Ever After. Did anybody watch it?
You watch it?
No,
Yeah, I watched it twice. I love the movie.
Twice?
It's about hair, Courtney. So
Yeah, I loved it. I wish I could be as brave
go
as
ahead,
that.
cut your hair. Go bald headed.
Hell no, I'm trying to
So
get this
is
shit
it
to grow back.
So is the movie inspirational? Are you thinking of cutting it?
It was inspirational in many different ways as far as relationships and trying to be perfect for a man and how a man doesn't like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And how they like flaws. Men like flaws
crazy,
and
though.
the silly shit that you
Mad
do.
women be like, yeah, you go, girl. Good for you. I'm not doing it though.
What do you mean?
Talk
Oh.
about like cutting the
Cutting
hair
your
off.
hair.
No, actually, I'm thinking about perming my hair. Like, I'm done with this whole natural shit. It's getting on my nerves.
Word.
Yeah, I want to perm my hair so it could be so I can wear it out. I can't wear my hair out because I gotta put it in a twist or put it in a braid, and I'm not good with hair. And women, I'm just not good with hair. So I just want to be able to manage my hair and wear my hair out. So I think I might just go ahead and perm it.
Okay. It's not like, me and Courtney don't have any.
Objection?
Yeah, it's on.
No,
that's on you.
I'm talking.
Do what makes you happy, Jovee.
No, but I'm talking to the audience out there for those women that might be on this natural hair and it's just like they're forced with this. Oh, this is in now. I should want to embrace this. I should want to do this. I should want to care for my hair. Fuck it, perm that shit if it makes it better.
I think it's a situation. It's not for everybody. I don't think when we talk about it, it's not a situation of, oh yeah, you have to do this, Jovee. Yes, you should do this. All women should do this. No, not at all. It's what makes you happy. At the end of the day, it's what makes you happy.
Right.
We just want to make sure you're taken care of. I don't want you in a situation where down the line something breaks off or something happens to your hair where you like, oh, I shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have done that. I want you to be as completely happy as possible
and comfortable,
and just know your resources, know your options. That's all.
So that's what I think I'm gonna do. And I like the fact that, you know what I noticed, ladies. I'm sorry, men, jump in too.
Go ahead, drop that knowledge.
Men like to talk about the type of woman they like. I like my woman with nappy hair. I like my woman with long hair. And when they're telling you this shit, and they'll tell you that this is my normal type, you don't fit that mold. And they're telling you, but I like this. So a lot of women would try to say, okay, well, since he likes this, I'm going to perm my hair then, because he said that's what he likes. Oh, and he doesn't like silly people, so I'm not going to be silly anymore. I'm going to try to be as mature as possible around him. Then he end up not liking you for being everything he said that he likes.
At the end of the day, you can't trust what a man likes, to be honest with you.
You really, I'm learning that. You really can't. The reason,
be yourself, yo.
yep, the reason why that nigga is even fucking with you is because you don't fit the mold of what he says he likes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why he's fucking with you.
Like, if you ever see yourself in a situation where you're sitting on a couch with a man one-on-one having a conversation, and he tells you he likes something that's the polar opposite of what you are dealing with a fucked up individual.
I don't even think a fucked up individual. This person thinks he likes this way, but he's with me. He's gonna like my shit.
All right, let me bring that back. I wouldn't say a fucked up individual, but a situation in which he's laying out all these different. It's almost like a person who likes labels in regards to clothes. Like if I'm in fucking Old Navy, head to toe, and I'm telling you, oh, Gucci this, Gucci that, or Louis Vuitton that, Louis Vuitton this, I look crazy. You know what I mean? If I'm just head to toe in fucking Old Navy and I'm naming all these high bright, and I need to be this, I need to be that. What are you doing to, you know what I mean, get that? What are you doing to be claim that? Why are you sitting in this situation with regular if that's what you're trying to be?
You know what? That's a red flag to me too. Like if a guy does that, because I'm like, oh well, then you're just gonna be a cheater because I'm none of those things you just mentioned.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I am none of those things you just mentioned.
If you're sitting next to someone, you're having this intimate conversation one-on-one with this individual, and you're naming everything that they are not. Why are y'all talking? Are y'all just friends? Are y'all just cool? Like it's.
But I had that happen to me, and then next thing you know, he just start liking me. So I'm like, you tried it. That's where I think a lot of sadness come in for women too. Like when you just when you're trying so hard to be somebody that you're not, I always go back to what I am. I'll try it. I'm not going to even front. I do that. You like this? And I'll try to make these certain changes to make him more attracted. But then I always go back to me because I don't like what he likes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not me. So I gotta go back to me. And if you like me, cool. I'm loud, I'm silly, I'm quiet, I'm depressing, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm emotional, I'm sensitive. I'm all of that.
But you see how weird that is? Because like I don't know, maybe you have asked this question. But with the guy that you're dealing with, how often do they change for you?
Men won't change shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Men won't change a damn thing, and they don't even care what your usual type is. They be like, oh, okay.
And that's what I'm saying. And you're going above and beyond to adjust yourself.
Yeah,
to change for them.
So if anybody, I just got a click in my brain. Hopefully somebody else did that was listening to this. Just be you. Somebody going like it. You got friends. So evidently people like who you are if you got friends. You know, people that want to be around you.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? People shouldn't look that highly into, how attractive somebody is. People shouldn't think that highly of how they look outside and stuff like that.
To them.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, because, you're going to have those moments where you do not look yourself. You're going to have those days where you're not yourself. You know what I mean? So you got to find somebody who accepts you for who you are. For the early Saturday mornings to the late night Fridays, you know what I mean, when you're getting dressed up to go out. You know what I mean? You got to find that individual who's okay with who you are. And I wouldn't even say okay. I would just think that appreciate who you are. You know,
where eventually you'll get to a part in a relationship where you love this person, so it doesn't matter if they're not fly or they look like bummy. They still like, oh, okay, this person's. It doesn't bother me. It is what it is. So what? You got your hair out, but me, not letting the wig out.
Like. All right. So with Jarrell, how did you feel? Yeah, I mean, dating your wife when y'all first started dating, and then that moment when you first saw her outside, or not outside, but in a situation in which she wasn't.
I want to say naked, but out. Not in the true sense of the word naked, but just truly her. Yeah,
stripped down.
I don't understand the question. What do you mean?
Like, all right, so like, let's say when you were dating her, you only saw her like, you know what I mean, done up, going out and stuff like that, or whether chill. When did you see her when she was like, hey, I'm just chilling, like, hair to the back?
First day.
First day. Okay, well, there you go.
Because she's not the type of person, she doesn't wear makeup often.
Okay.
And I don't know, it was the first date. She didn't come all made up and dolled up. We just went to the movies and went out to eat.
Mm-hmm. That's what made you like her?
Yeah, it was just a simple thing. It's not what made me like her, but I'm just saying, like, she was herself. She wasn't trying to make me like her. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't trying to make her like me. Like, we were just ourselves on the first date. And it just kicked off.
Oh, that's a good first date.
So were y'all were friends before y'all had the date?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just met each other. But, yeah, you just got to be yourself. I'm not the type of person that's going to act like who you want me to be. Because I know at the end of the day, you're going to find out that I've been lying this whole time.
Mm-hmm. So you never tried to show off for any of your females?
No. Show off how?
Like, maybe did, you know how we were just talking about on the basketball court, a guy would try to show off because the girl was there. So
I guess when it comes to myself, like I can be in my own head, like I'm a pessimist, and my self-confidence is good, but my outlook on life could be a little weird and stuff like that. I always think something bad is going to happen, or I could be depressed, anxiety, all that stuff, all that mental issues. But when it comes to self-confidence, I never had a problem with that.
Oh, that's good. I don't have great self-confidence.
It's a weird thing. Like I'm self-confident as hell, but I could still be depressed and have anxiety and stuff like that. It usually go hand in hand though. Mm-hmm. But for me, I always thought I was awesome, and still do.
That's kind of cool. I never thought. I'm 36 years old, and I'm just starting to accept me for me. Like I would think, oh man, I'm too silly. Nobody's gonna ever take me serious. Well, I'm the hardest on myself. I will tear myself apart. Like I will pick myself apart literally. Like Saturday, it was a fun night. I had a good night, but I felt guilty because I was having fun.
Wow, why?
Yeah, I never felt guilty for having fun.
I felt guilty for having fun because my mom had my kids, and I'm just like, my kids are over there, and I'm here, and I'm about to have all this fun, and I still got to pay this bill, and I'm just like, I spent money on this, and that could have went somewhere else, and I have to keep telling myself to shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, stuff like that does happen to me, though. A lot, especially when it comes to money. I don't spend a lot of money on myself. Like, I might, like, say I bought this phone, right?
About to say.
But I haven't bought myself a pair of sneakers in like a year.
Yeah.
Like, I buy my kids stuff. I buy my wife stuff. I buy stuff like this phone because this is the only thing I spend money on. Mm-hmm. Or, like, people play video games, right? Mm-hmm. I don't spend a lot of money on video games. I play it, and I might buy a game a year. Mm-hmm. Like, all my money, I make sure everybody else is fine. So when I really do want something, I don't feel bad about getting this expensive ass phone because I know everybody else is straight. Mm-hmm. If nobody else was straight, I wouldn't have got the phone. Mm-hmm. But I make sure everybody's cool. That's why I allow myself to get stuff like that.
Yeah. That's exactly how I am.
I can't wait to get a second income.
I always put myself in the back seat. Like I'll be like, yo, I want to make sure shit is straight. Yeah, like, you got to. You have to.
That's kind of that's a manly thing too. Yeah. It's a protective thing. Like as long as our family is straight. I mean, well, when I say men, good men with families. Courtney's a man with a family. So your psyche is to have everything for your kids and your girl or whatever. You always should be like in the back seat when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. It's just a natural feeling. We're protectors. It's supposed to be like that. Mm-hmm. You can't be coming out with Jordans and with Louis Vuitton belts and shit, and your kids look homeless.
Yeah.
Real men don't do that.
And that's the thing, because I was just thinking that too, because just this week they just dropped and showed a preview for the new Jordans that are coming out, the Air Jordan 33s, which I think are hot. A lot of people don't. It's getting a lot of mixed reviews, but
yeah, I don't like
them shits come out in a month, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm gonna get me a pair of these. But then the girls, I'm looking at them with my son, like, I'm like, yeah,
it makes you feel a little guilty for buying stuff.
Yeah,
I go without a lot because there's other priorities. There's like, I wouldn't look like this if I had money. Like, and it's nothing wrong what I'm looking at now, but there's definitely certain things I would have. Yeah, but there's certain things that I would have. You know what I mean?
Like what? Like what? Like when you
I
say
want an
that,
expensive lace front wig. I want to go get my nails done.
So
I want to get my feet
you're saying
done.
wigs.
Yeah, like I want to get my feet done. I want to look my best, when I go out. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes my hair is raggedy. Sometimes I have to wait an extra 2 weeks before I can get something like my hair or a pair of shoes. I haven't bought shoes in I don't know. Right now I got these 5 and below flip flops on, and I'm okay with that. But normally if I had money and didn't have responsibilities, this would not be on my feet. Yeah. It would be something much flyer.
That's where my self-confidence comes in. Like if I can't afford to buy something for one of them, not myself.
Oh, yeah.
I can't afford to buy my kids much, but when I do, they're going to be right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they got a home that they can come into, and they're not in jeopardy of losing. They could, they go to school, they eat, they got they got what's important. That's all that matters. But yeah, I still had a good time, man, beating everybody ass in Uno this past Saturday. So it's just stuff like that. I forgot
Every
how
time somebody good at something, Courtney think they
no, cancellations is a real thing.
That's not cheating, man.
That is cheating.
It's
Cancel-
not.
How can you cancel a draw too? That just sound crazy.
You can do that. I promise you.
See, this is why we had that argument too, like a few episodes ago, where could you put a draw 4 over a draw 2?
Yeah, you can.
No, you cannot.
See,
That person has to draw.
See, I play the opposite. I'm with Jovee on that.
Thank you.
I'll slap that draw.
You
four.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put no
real
draw
quick.
2 to draw 4.
Draw 2. Nah, nigga, bow.
Draw 4. That nigga got a green draw 2. Draw 7.
Yeah.
You gotta
Oh
keep
my
going. That
God.
makes the game so much more fun.
No, you cannot do that.
You the one made up. No, you really made up some shit. 0s and 7s. I never heard of that shit. At least our shit
it
makes
was a part
sense.
of the game. And then we have another one.
Zeros and sevens.
Then we
At
have
least our
another
shit
one.
makes sense.
Then we have another one. I don't know if many people do, but this is may just be in the spear and ball family. But we have a card what we call Charlie. What Charlie is that the dealer won't let everybody know when they deal. So obviously, many people do 7-hand draw, 7-card draw, or something like that, 9-card, whatever it may be. They don't tell the table, but they'll deal, and they'll only deal 1 card. So everybody has to immediately say Uno. That's called Charlie. So if you don't call Uno, you get 2 cards, but whatever. But that begins the game, and it could be like an elimination round. So it makes it.
I feel like when you were talking to me, I was looking at you.
That's a whole new game.
Yeah.
That's not Uno no more.
yeah, that
and he's
is
talking
Uno.
about our shit.
That's not Uno.
No, it's
That is
Charlie.
Uno.
It's not Uno. It's
No,
Charlie.
That's some other shit.
Nah, that's Uno.
Charlie.
Uno is 1 card.
That's Uno 2.0, nigga. I never heard of that shit. That's not Uno.
But nah, that's a dope way to play, especially in
Is it?
elimination, because nobody knows. It's like you can get anybody off their game.
Yo, we need a
Y'all
game
can't be
night.
just making up shit though.
It makes it fun, man.
We need a game night. Me, my sister, y'all, you and your wife. Are they competitive?
Oh yeah, we're very competitive.
How about you?
My wife, nah, it's not really.
I'm super
I
competitive.
wouldn't think that. I wouldn't say that she
Like we have to
ultra
win.
competitive,
Like
no.
like me,
She likes to win,
we have
of
to
course.
win. Like we
Oh,
we
yeah.
gonna be beefing
so
on the
we
way
gonna be
home. Like,
okay,
yeah,
so
it's
we're
one
gonna
of
talk
them.
shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I could talk mad shit.
Oh yeah, it's in there.
Like me
it's
and
a game.
say me and my wife lose, I'll be mad. She wouldn't. I'd be like, why the fuck? I'm hot. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Yo,
exactly.
So would y'all be open to a game night at my house? then?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna set that shit up. I'm gonna make crabs again. Wait, it's gonna be on the
I
good
can't have
pay week.
crabs.
What?
Selfish. So he don't.
Damn, yo.
Oh, you allergic?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Oh,
selfish.
you don't play Uno. You can't eat seafood.
I do play Uno.
Like,
You
don't
what
play
is
real
your
Uno.
life? What is your life?
That nigga just do not like. He don't watch football. He don't watch seafood.
Fuck y'all directly.
He don't
Damn.
play Uno like you supposed
This is
to.
actually gonna be a very sad Sunday. It's raining.
I know.
I ain't got no football in my
Not for
life.
me, nigga. I'm gonna go home, eat me some good food, watch football, and chill. Because I did everything I ain't really do nothing yesterday either, so let me stop. Because I usually do everything I'm supposed to do on Saturday, so on Sunday I can tell myself I'm not doing shit and not feel bad.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I'm the type of person I always like to do stuff when I have time to. Since I work all the time, by the time I come home, I don't feel like doing nothing.
Hell no.
So
gotta
on
get your
Saturday,
groove
on Saturday, I'll be like, I'm gonna get all my shit done. Like I ain't do shit yesterday.
That's okay.
But it's okay.
It's
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I'm living
So
my
we're
best
gonna. I'm living my best life. No, seriously. I'm gonna do a game night for us, and it's gonna be popping. But please bring your best game because I talk the most shit.
I'm not playing the way you
said,
play.
bring your best game like a nigga's going there to lose. You gonna be mad as hell. You gonna kick me out. Nigga.
No, you're gonna be mad because you're gonna see a whole nother side of me. You ain't never seen competitive Jovee.
That's why I don't have game night in my house. Cause like if I lose, like nigga, y'all gotta go home. Like what
Oh
the fuck?
yeah, I
Like,
kick niggas out like
fuck
Martin.
is
Nigga, get the stepping.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all petty.
I march y'all out like a band.
you're not gonna sit there. You're not gonna sit
Y'all
there.
niggas out like who's the drum major? Who's the first? Like y'all gotta go. So yo, when it's over, right? That's when niggas be like, so what y'all about to do? 'Cause it's a wrap.
I'm dead ass. You ain't gonna sit up there and eat my buffalo wings. And
Yeah,
you just
that's
whoop
when
my
you
ass.
know niggas want you out of your house, or they be like, so what you about to do?
Right. Oh shit.
Night's still young.
All
I'm
right.
still young, so
I'm gonna send out this invitation. So Y'all be prepared.
Cool.
Anybody got dope of the week?
I do not.
This nigga, we about to do away with dope of the week.
Yeah, I don't never have really a dope of the week, man.
It's such a cool
Maybe 'cause I don't
concept,
like
but
shit.
What's
why
the
are we
nope
so
of the week?
lazy? The nope of the week is Kanye. It's like I'm just playing.
Nope of the week is Katt Williams getting his
Cat
ass
Williams.
treated.
Yep, it is nope of the week. He definitely wins.
Kevin Hart bombed that nigga like 40 minutes, yo.
No, that you know what? That actually would be my dope
And
of
I
the week.
loved every second of it.
Yeah, that actually would be my dope of the week. Kevin Hart. He basically went there. He let it all out. He explained his position as being one of the top comedians out in the game today, probably the top one. And he basically showed that what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's actually giving back. He's putting his money where his mouth is. And shout out to him for bringing up other young, talented comedians, such as Tiffany Haddish and the people on his LOL application. So salute to Kevin Hart. That's my dope of the week. That was pretty big of you to announce all that and show that you are for change. So salute to you.
I like the Kev thing. I'm going to make him my dope of the week, but for a different reason. Because I like the way that he handled it. Not exactly what he said. Like, we all know, like, we agree with him. Cool. I like the fact that when people talk shit about Kev, he don't get that upset.
Yeah.
Because he's successful. He already knows how much money he makes. He said on the show that Netflix gave him $40 million for 2 specials.
That's crazy.
He didn't announce that until then, but they been did it. So stuff like that, when people talk shit about him, doesn't bother him.
He get a little sensitive, like when Mike Epps went at him, but I think it's a jealousy thing too.
It's a jealousy thing. I think he said
But then also they know each other, so
They
it's like,
know
yo,
each
like
other.
nigga, you could have said that to me.
he said
That's one of them
they
things.
know each other, but they not as close as I think the one time that he got mad before is when Michael Blackson said something about him.
Yeah.
It's because they actually know each other. Like, they're both from Philly, so they actually know each other. But when like Katt Williams has talked shit about him before, Corey Holcomb has talked shit about him before. Who's the other dude? Ari Spears. He went in on Kevin one time, and Kev, you know, he basically didn't say anything about it. But when Katt went at Tiffany, that's when he got mad, because Tiffany doesn't say anything negative about anybody ever, really. So I like how he was protective of her, and that's why he really got mad. Like, if you actually look at the interview, not just hear it, if you go on YouTube and look, like, he was mad. Like, you don't never see Kev mad at all. Like, he's always in a joke. Like, even though he was still in a, like, jokingly or whatever, but you could tell that bothered him that Katt talked shit about Tiffany.
Yeah.
He didn't care about what he said about
Because
him.
even when Tiffany made a joke about about Katt Williams there, like, he didn't even laugh. Like, he was straight.
Yeah,
he was stoic.
Like, he was like, yeah, the jokes is cool. But let me tell you something about this thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I got
He
a
was
problem
mad.
with. Like, he don't never do that.
I gotta watch this full interview.
Yeah, you got to watch it, man. It's about 40 minutes, but it actually goes quick because
No,
it's actually
I'll
good.
sit through 40 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah, it's actually, you got to watch it, yo. Like, he actually got upset, and I like that. I like when people are protective of innocent people, because Tiffany was absolutely innocent in that. She didn't say anything.
I like protectors too. I'm taking orders, so DM me if you're a
What?
protector.
Why
I
we
need
always,
it.
see why we always got to go back.
Cause I'm me. You know, gotta accept
And then when
it.
I say you ain't got no man, you get mad.
That's true. That's true. I got one, but then I don't.
You got
Oh, brother.
Jesus Christ.
I got one, but then I don't.
You got a possible.
I got a possible.
Since we talk about cards, nigga.
Yeah, I got a possible.
That nigga like
It hasn't been canceled.
No,
It's like a
no,
draw
it is.
two.
Oh, you could cancel other cards and
no,
Uno,
it is.
but you can't cancel
Everybody
this.
know.
brother.
Everybody know. Well, not everybody.
Reverse.
A lot of people play spades, right? Do you play spades?
No, I tried to. I gotta watch a YouTube
See, what
tutorial.
we call in spades, he is a possible. He's like a queen of clubs. Like, he ain't a book. You know what I'm saying? He like, He like, I might could get this off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
might could get this off. Like, he's a possible.
He's
like
a possible.
He a queen of diamonds, nigga.
Yep.
Like you might could get that off. Like,
Yep.
maybe.
Exactly.
Like, I don't count on him at all. Like, he's a possible.
It's a
That's
possible.
all.
That's the right way of saying it. That's the right way of
I
saying
mean,
it.
Call this nigga a queen of diamonds.
Yeah, you need a
Oh
big
my
joker.
God.
You need
I
like
wait.
a little joker or a big
Yeah,
joker.
or
Oh,
two of
shit.
spades. Two of spades cuts, right?
Nah, he onto something because you got to know how to play that motherfucker.
You still got to know how to play it, though.
That's true. Oh, just so our viewers know, this is all jokes. This whole, I don't really need a man at all. I'm just it
do
is
say-
all
They
jokes.
do say art imitates life, though.
Art imitates life.
Meaning, like, your jokes may be jokes, but you really do need
Slow truths in there.
Do I need one? No, but would I like one? Yeah. No, I need one. I need somebody to pay half this rent.
See how fast this was.
So, Jovee,
Yeah, I need somebody to pay half
just to
this
talk
rent.
about this. Would you be interested if, now I know it's a lot of crazy people in the world, but anyway, just on a podcast level, would you be interested on doing like a speed dating podcast wise?
No, because I'm really
Creating
not.
an episode for that.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking for anybody.
For one, if we do
Why
that,
not?
these jokes are gonna fly.
Oh, yeah.
we can't do
It's-
that, Courtney. I'm sorry.
Why not?
hilarious.
Sorry.
I think that
I
would be a
would-
great idea, just to open you up. Not saying you have to date these individuals, but to see. Like,
I don't.
you know what
I do
mean?
not
People
want
show
to be
interest.
there. I don't want to be there.
Yes.
Why not?
Because for one, where we gonna get the dudes from, and then as
That's
they
what I'm saying. They had to apply.
As they
But,
come
they
down
had to
here, I'll be
apply.
like, nah.
We gotta
his-
do a
I'll be
straight.
like, nah, his eyes too far apart. No, look at his shoes. Like,
But see, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
See,
cracking
I-
on niggas as soon as they
say-
come down
But
here.
see, that's what I'm saying. Just the build up to the actual show. We cut them
No,
off the
there's
chopping block.
actually.
Why
I
not?
really don't want to date right now. I don't want to date right now. I really want to try to focus on creating a second income. Like whether
okay.
that's
That's
going to
dope.
be
That's dope.
sewing or my YouTube channel. Like I really got to get focused. I'm not lonely. I do have a possible like that I see often. So I'm not really, and I'm not even calculating him in my future. I just want to focus on getting more
There's
money right now.
nothing wrong with holding the queen of clubs until the end.
Right. Exactly. And whether it play out or not, it doesn't play out. I'm fine with that too.
And I fucking hate spades.
I'm not.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not a spades
hilarious.
player either. I know how to play, but I'm not a real good spades
hate
player like
spades.
that. But I know the rules. I know that nigga's a queen of clubs. I know what's possible when I see it.
Yeah. I'm probably.
I know how to call a
queen of clubs.
hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Yeah. We'll see. I guess the saga will continue. But, ladies and gents, this has been another episode of Three Shades Dope. It's actually
Episode
our 30. Our 30th
That's
episode.
crazy.
And we're just doing what we do best. We just come in here, we talk off the top of our heads, just all random. It's really like y'all should be feeling like you're in the room with us talking your shit. So that's kind of like what we do. This is episode 30. We're on 3 Shades Dope at on Instagram, at 3 Shades Dope on Twitter, at 3 Shades Dope at gmail.com if you want to hit us up. And I'm at Jovee 1982 on Instagram. That's usually where I traffic at. What's yours?
Cousin Court, in all universe social media websites, that's me. But no. Shout out to a lot of people who are actually interested in our show and might be bringing us on for interviews. So we might get some little pull coming along. It's all to be discussed. We'll talk about that, joining other podcasts, maybe.
Cool.
So
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
yeah. So this would probably be cool.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, 30 shows in, so why not?
I'll probably let y'all talk most of the time, though.
No,
This
you
guy.
said that when we did this. And look at you now. Look how
That's
far
because
you've
y'all
come.
told me to talk more.
Nigga, you have to.
Yeah. And plus, we be saying some real ignorant shit, and I can see you biting your lip.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, that's bullshit. But I'm chill.
So, all right. Bye.
Peace.
Deuces.